The reorganization meeting of the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders will please come to order. The notice of this meeting, pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-10, has been complied with and shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our newly elected freeholders, Stephen Delina, Christopher Rafano, and Blanquita Valenti, and newly appointed freeholder Charles Tamaro, escorted by freeholders Carol Barrett-Belante, H. James Polos, and Ronald Rios, along with the Colonel D.B. Kelly Pipes and Drums, and the Middlesex County Police and Fire Pipes and Drums. Please welcome the color guard of the Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office, Sheriff's Office, and the Middlesex County Department of Corrections and Youth Services as they present the colors and remain standing for the flag salute, national anthem, and invocation.
Honor guard! Honor guard! Anthem! Look! Anthem! Who? Onward! Forward! March! Forward! 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 Back! Forward! 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 Back! Forward! 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 Back! Forward! 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 Back! Forward! Forward, forward, right, forward, 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 forward, forward. Honor guard, center, face. Present, arms.
Please join longtime friend of the Rafano family, Warden Ed Chickey, who will lead us in the salute to the flag of our country.
Good afternoon. Please join me in honor of our country by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please welcome the Woodbridge High School Jazz Choir, led by Choir Director Beth Amory, who will sing the Star Spangled Banner.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early
It is my pleasure to introduce Reverend Monsignor John Szymanski, Vicar General Emeritus, who will offer the invocation. Monsignor Szymanski.
Let us pray. Almighty and eternal God, you have revealed your glory to all nations. God of power and might, wisdom and justice, through you authority is highly administered, laws are enacted, and judgment is decreed. Assist the members of the Board of Chosen Freeholders of Middlesex County with your spirit of counsel and fortitude, so that their administration and public service may be conducted in righteousness and be eminently helpful to the people whom they represent and serve. May their work encourage respect for virtue and the common good. May they administer with justice and compassion. May they seek to restrain crime, vice, and immorality. And we likewise commend to your providence all who dwell in our county. Bless us and bless all the people with your peace today and always. Amen.
You may be seated. Middlesex County Clerk Elaine Flynn will read the certification of election for the members of the Board of Chosen Freeholders, County Clerk, and Sheriff.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think it was a wonderful day that it didn't snow as much as it did a couple of weeks ago or a week ago. We were very lucky, and I hope you enjoy the afternoon. This is one of my proud moments as county clerk. The State of New Jersey, County of Middlesex. A statement of determination by the Board of County Canvassers relative to the election held in the County of Middlesex on the 2nd day of November in the year of our Lord 2010 for the election of freeholder, county clerk, and sheriff. The said board did determine that in the said election, Honorable Mildred Scott became sheriff, Honorable Elaine Flynn, county clerk, Honorable Stephen J. Pitalina, freeholder, Honorable Christopher Rufano, freeholder, and Honorable Blanquita Valenti, freeholder, were duly elected a member of the Middlesex County Group, State of New Jersey. I do hereby certify that the foregoing is true, correct, and correct statement of the determination of the Board of County Canvassers as filed in the office of the County Clerk of Middlesex. In witness thereof, I have hereto set my hand this 12th day of November in the year of our Lord 2010. Chairman of the County Board of Canvassers, Sylvia Engel, and myself, Elaine M. Flynn, County Clerk. I congratulate all the winners. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to call upon Freeholder-elect Blanquita Valenti of the City of New Brunswick to be sworn in as a member of the Middlesex County Board of Freeholders. I call upon United States Senator Robert Menendez to administer the oath of office. Holding the Bible for Freeholder-elect Valenti are her grandchildren, Elizabeth Dolsky and Marisa Valenti.
You ready? So put your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat with me. I, Blanquita B. Valenti,
I, Blanquita B. Valenti,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
that I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state,
and in the state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the
of
duties
a member of the Board of Chosen Freeholders
a member of the Board of Chosen Freeholders
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Freeholders.
Besito, thank you. Okay. Sign the oath, please. Okey-doke. Sorry, the name is wrong. Good afternoon. I want to thank our great and honorable U.S. Senator Menendez for being here with us once more to swear me in. And I also want to congratulate my fellow freeholders, Chris Rafano, Pete Delina, as well as Elaine Flynn, our county clerk. It gives me great honor to stand here today before you to begin my third term on this wonderful Board of Chosen Freeholders. I feel truly blessed to have been elected to this position once more, and I thank all of you that have supported me, especially not only my family and close friends, but the citizens of Middlesex County for entrusting me to serve them. As chairperson of Human Services and the Department of Senior Services, I do not take this trust lightly. The economic crisis that continues to impact the nation has had a lasting effect on our county's neediest residents, including so many elderly and our children. And I pledge to all of you today that I will continue to work tirelessly to promote the health and welfare of all our residents. We, as a Freeholder Board, must work to ensure that the hungry are fed and the homeless find permanent shelter. We must strive toward a Middlesex County that responds to the growing and changing needs of our residents, including our senior citizens, our working families, and of course, above all, our children. And just a look at the big picture will show us that we have our work cut out for us. Despite the increased need, state aid has been cut. Programs and services across the board have been negatively. I also want to congratulate my fellow freeholders, Chris Rafano, Pete Delina, and Elaine Flynn, our county clerk. Our sheriff already was sworn in, but I want to congratulate her again. And we made history with the first woman sheriff in Middlesex County. I simply want to add that I am so honored to be here today, and I just want you to see my wonderful family, have them stand up and take a bow. Come on. And the farthest one came from Florida. Her plane was only an hour and a half late today, but she made it. Terry Valenti. Thank you very much.
At this time, I would like to call upon Freeholder-elect Stephen Delina of the Township of Woodbridge to be sworn in as a member of the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders. I call upon the Honorable Alan Rockoff, retired Judge of the Superior Court, to administer the oath of office. Holding the Bible for Freeholder-elect Delina are his wife Eleanor and sons Gary, Ricky, and Stephen.
Are you ready? I've been waiting for you over here.
It's nice being a member of the Delina family once a year. Pete, it is my honor, and it has been my honor for many, many times that you've taken the oath, to swear you in on your 8th term as freeholder of, as our beloved David Crabiel said, the greatest county in the land. There is a female singer, Elaine Stritch, who is now 81 years of age. And she said, I have a particular phrase that I use, but you can't use it until you're at least 80. Well, Pete, you've made it.
Yeah, I did.
You've had good times and you've had bad times. You've seen them all, and you are still here.
Yeah.
You had plush velvet sometimes, other times pretzels and beer, but you're still here. You stood in bread lines with the best. In a depression, were you depressed? No way, I hear. In '97, you were even named Hungarian of the Year, and you are still here. You've been through wars. You've managed Dems. Not easy chores. You've run the gamut, A to Z. 55 years of business, c'est la vie. Woodbridge Council, 12 years, not a breeze. Freeholder, 21 years, what a run. Husband, and father of 4, and grandfather of 7. Hey, guy, you sure had fun.
Thanks.
You even got through the budget crunch of last year, and you are still here. So let's give him a cheer.
You're breaking the mic now. How am I going to talk then? If you're
Now, when I finally swear you in, you'll be here for the next 3 years, and then the cycle can begin again. Peter, let's swear you in.
Okay, sir. I'm ready.
Okay, I need this. Go ahead.
My right hand.
Okay? Face the people. Yeah, I'll stand here.
How am I going to face the people? I'm getting dizzy.
Now, every time I swear him in, Peter misstates 1 or 2 words. And I say, as long as he keeps misstating them, I keep coming back and swearing him in every 3 years. So, will you state your name?
Stephen J. Pete Delina.
Well, you haven't made any mistakes yet. All right. Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and of the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Hampshire.
and the State of New Jersey.
You made a mistake. And that I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments
and to the government
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
And that I will faithfully
I will faithfully
and impartially, justly,
justly
perform all of the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of member of the Board of Chosen
member
Freeholders.
of the Board of Freeholders.
He'll be back for 2 more terms, according to the best of my ability.
Of course, to my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
sign. Pete, you got to sign this.
You leaving? You can stick around for him?
Yeah, I'll stick around.
Okay, now you can get paid.
It's a labor of love.
I know that. That's fine. Thank you. Thank you, Judge. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming today. A very special thanks for you to help in the recent campaign that year. Allow me to say to you today, I am beginning my 22nd year. Every one of these days, of these years, have been a highlight of my life. I hope that you will agree that I have served you and our county well. For my part, I was very proud to run with Elaine Flynn, Millie Scott, Krista Rafano, and Blanquita Valenti. They were the leaders of our election, and we won big. We showed the Republicans who we were. God bless you on this one. The five of us made a good team, and I am proud of our work together. Chris and I, Rafano, have been running Maze for a long time, and we've been friends for quite a few years. And I am honored to second his nomination for the director's job. And all I could say to you, that Chris has been a great help to me, and I mean, when Chris came to me and asked me if he wanted to become a freeholder, I said, you're from South River. I said, that's where my mother was born. My mother was born in South River and went back to Hungary. I said, that's why I'm going to nominate you to become a freeholder. Our county has 19 beautiful, well-equipped, well-maintained parks and golf courses. We have a magnificent county college and a VOTEC system that has been tainted thousands of our families to complete successfully an economy that we have preserved thousands of acres of great green space and farmlands to our future generation to enjoy. We will now again have a county government with a per-person cost about the lowest in our state. We have well-preserved additional open space and farmland we're looking at too. Jersey is one of the states that do save farmlands. We do save a lot of open space, and I'm proud of that we brought this into the county to help the county maintain a great area. We will continue out the recycling program in New Jersey. We will expand our shared services programs that help all the 25 of our local governments to control property taxes, and we will, hold on, we will probably support and expand our programs and facilities for our senior citizens. Most of you in the audience today know that these things are true. Many of you, as a county employee, work hard to make them true. And so I say to all of you, keep up the good work. I'm looking forward to the next 3 years. I am looking forward to more progress for our county, and I'm looking forward to a county government that reflects good work by the good people who are committed, as I am, to serve our citizens and energy, and with the pride to be a freeholder in Middlesex County. Thank you for giving me this opportunity once again, and it's a pleasure to talk to you every 3 years, and I hope I come back in 3 years and stand here again. Thank you. God bless you. Okay.
At this time, I would like to call upon Freeholder-elect Christopher Rafano of the Borough of South River to be sworn in as member of the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders. I call upon the Honorable Nicholas J. Stromstis, Jr., Judge of the Superior Court, to administer the oath of office. Holding the family Bible, which dates from 1882, for Freeholder Rafano are his wife Donna, sons Andrew and Brian, parents Bob and Ann Rafano, and they are joined by Chris's sisters Amy and Jill, brother Rob, their spouses and children.
Okay. Hey, Peter, you may have licked those Republicans, but if it weren't for these two Republicans, myself and Judge Rockoff, you and he won't ever be sworn in, you know.
Thank you, I knew that.
Right? Okay. We have to take 5 minutes. This crowd gets bigger and bigger. Just a brief few comments, folks. This is the 8th time that I've sworn in this person who I consider a remarkable individual, great freeholder director. And when I started doing it, the first time I swore him in South River, I wore this tie. You see, if you look at it closely, it has these elephants on it, see? And I kept telling him, these are lucky elephants. So the next time I swore him, he says, you have to wear that tie. I said, okay, I'll wear the tie. And so each and every time I swear him in, he makes certain I wear the tie. Now, I've had to hold on to this tie an awful long time. And I've moved, and I almost thought I lost it. But when he asked me to swear him in this year, I said, I'll find the tie, Chris, I'll find the tie. Now, as you may or may not know, in about 24 days, I'm going to retire. So, Chris, I'm telling you, I'm going to retire this tie, okay? All right, I'm going to retire this tie. But my law clerk went to South Africa, and he got me a new tie with Republican elephants on it, all right? So if you decide to run again, and you decide to have me swear you in, which I'd be happy to do in retirement, I'm going to wear my retirement tie, okay? Now, if you want the lucky tie, you can have the lucky tie. You'll take it, and I'll make sure you get it, all right? Okay. Having said that, let's get on to business. Okay. Oh, there it is. Margaret, you're very efficient. I didn't see it here. Okay. Come over here so people can hear you, all right? I state your name.
I, Christopher Rafano,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state, under the authority of the people, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of a member of the Board of Chosen Freeholders, according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
So help me God.
So, thanks. Here. Oh. More people. Okay. You want the time? Sure. All right, you got it.
I just have some brief remarks. I'm going to have a lot of remarks in a little while, so I'll keep this short at this point. I certainly want to thank everyone for all the support over the past many years, particularly this past year. You know, I serve on a great board of chosen freeholders, had some great running mates this year, and they're like family to me. I want to thank my family, especially my wife and my two boys, Andrew and Brian. You know, without your love and support, I would not be standing here. You guys mean the world to me. Thanks very much.
At this time, I will read a letter from Chairman Joseph Spicuzzo addressed to County Clerk Elaine Flynn relative to filling the vacancy on the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders, dated January 4th, 2011. Dear Mrs. Flynn, this will serve to certify that in conformance with NJSA 19:13-20, the Middlesex County Democratic Organization has selected the following individual to fill the unexpired term of Freeholder Millie Scott: Charles Tamaro, 4 Waverly Drive East, Edison, New Jersey. This will further certify that Mr. Tamaro is qualified under the laws of the state of New Jersey to be a candidate for the office of Middlesex County Freeholder and is a member of the Democratic Party. Attached hereto is a certification from Charles Tamaro as required by NJSA 19:13-20, signed sincerely Joseph C. Spicuzzo, Chairman. At this time, I would like to call upon newly appointed freeholder Charles E. Tamaro of the Township of Edison to be sworn in as a member of the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders. I call upon Assemblyman Peter J. Barnes III to administer the oath. Holding the Bible for freeholder-elect Tamaro are his wife Maria, their children Amanda and Justin, and in-laws Tom and Helen Paternity, brother Tom Swales, sister Anna Tamaro, and father Peter Tamaro.
Charlie, congratulations. Repeat after me. I, Charles E. Tamaro,
I, Charles E. Tamaro,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and I will faithfully,
impartially,
and justly perform all the duties of the office member Board of Chosen Freeholders according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
So help me God. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and let's first hear it for the clerk, Margaret Pemberton, who does such a great job in putting this together. She's been here since 11 o'clock this morning and making sure that everything was set up. She does a beautiful job, and I'm doing that because I'm high maintenance, so she's going to... I want to thank my wife, Maria, and my children, Amanda and Justin, for their support throughout my public service. And I want to thank my good friend, Peter Barnes, for administering my oath of office and being here with us today. I want to congratulate Chris Rafano, Blanquita Valente, Pete Delina, and Elaine Flynn for your re-election. And I want to extend my best wishes to Millie Scott on her election as the first woman ever to become sheriff in Middlesex County, the greatest county in the land. As I begin this new journey as a county freeholder, I pledge to work tirelessly to improve the quality of life for the people of Middlesex County. As I did on the Edison Council, I pledge always to seek new and innovative ways to save our tax dollars. We live in troubling economic times. The reality we face, in which tax revenues are dwindling, state and federal aid is decreasing, our constituents, our neighbors, our friends are losing their jobs, their savings, and their homes. I know how hard it is for families to put food on their table. As a volunteer and a board member of the Hands of Hope Food Pantry at the St. James Episcopal Church in Edison, I see our client numbers grow every time we open our doors. This year, it was even harder to fill the shelves and keep our doors open. It is important that more than ever, we live within our means. We must do this in our homes, in our businesses, and all levels of government. At the county level, we must work harder to save money to keep our county taxes stable. We should, for example, take a fresh look at new ways to share more public services. With fluctuating gas prices, we must find new ways to become less dependent on fossil fuels and live greener. Ultimately, we will save tax dollars. We must look at private grants to help towns across Middlesex County to turn their buildings green. Towns like Woodbridge are a fine example of adding solar panels to the buildings and schools. As an Edison councilman, I help preserve over hundreds of acres, so I encourage the Freeholder Board to continue to preserve open space across our county for our children and our grandchildren. Author John Marshall said, "The greatest ability is responsibility. Nothing happens until someone steps forward and says, 'You can count on me.'" Well, the people of Middlesex County can count on me. I am honored to serve. I want to make a difference, and I am willing to work hard. And I am ready for this new challenge. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to call upon Elaine Flynn of the Township of Woodbridge to be sworn in as County Clerk. I call upon the Honorable Colleen Flynn, Judge of the Superior Court, to administer the oath. Holding their wedding Bible for County Clerk-elect Flynn are her husband Bill and their daughters Erin Flynn, Tara Flynn Rosansky, and Bonnie Flynn.
While everyone's making their way to the stage, I just want to say that it is a very much honor and privilege to be having this role in the swearing in of my mother as the Middlesex County Clerk. I think it's a somewhat unique dynamic for a daughter to be swearing her mother in, and from a historical perspective, and it's also a very special moment for me from a personal perspective. Come close to the mic.
Raise your right hand.
All right. I, Elaine M. Flynn.
I, Elaine M. Flynn.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
And of the State of New Jersey.
And of the State of New Jersey.
And that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
And to the governments established.
And to the governments established.
In the United States.
In the United States.
And in this state.
And in this state.
Under the authority of the people.
Under the authority of the people.
And that I will faithfully.
And that I will faithfully.
Impartially.
Impartially.
And justly.
And justly.
Perform all the duties of the office.
And perform all the duties of the office.
Of the Middlesex County Clerk.
Of the Middlesex County Clerk.
According to the best of my ability.
According to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God. I take care of that. Good afternoon again. Honored guests. 15 years ago, I stood on this very stage and took the oath of office for Middlesex County Clerk. Proudly, I was just sworn in again for the 4th time by my daughter, the Honorable Colleen Flynn, and what a thrill that was, and you can imagine. Sandy, my deputy, and I said I was going to start with going, 15 years, they went like that, but we couldn't snap our fingers. What happened? The last 15 years have been momentous, and although stressful at times, it has been a joy. You can boast to everyone in Middlesex County that we have the most up-to-date and extensive registry system in the state of New Jersey. We are on the top, and I intend it to stay that way. I would like to thank my husband, Bill. I would like to thank my husband, Bill, of 49 and a half years, my daughters, Erin, Colleen, Tara, and Bonnie, for all their support and love. I would like to introduce my 10 grandchildren, some of whom were not here 15 years ago. Dan, I'd like them to please stand up and I'll introduce you. Dan, Christopher, Caitlin, come on. Courtney, Callie, Taylor, Cassidy, Ryan, Haley, and Trevor. My prizes. And we also have my special sis cuz. Barbara's here, and Chris's girlfriend, Jonky. Thank you for coming. Being a public servant is an honor and a privilege. I am impressed by the people I have met and the great work and ethics they have. My staff, especially my super deputy, Sandy Benny, my secretary, Lucy Zemmel, I could not appreciate them more. The years fly by. I know, I try to do that. And I will do my very best to make my family and friends proud of me. We are here to improve the world, and join me to make that happen. Thank you all, and make sure that you drive home safely. Thank you again. Okay, I guess I'll get hers.
At this time, I would like to call upon Mildred Scott of the Township of Piscataway to be sworn in as sheriff. I call upon the Honorable Frank Schifani, Judge of the Superior Court, to administer the oath. Holding the Bible for Sheriff Scott is her daughter, Chanel McCullum.
As you can see from the program, Travis Francis, my boss, the assignment judge of Middlesex County, was supposed to be here. Unfortunately, he took ill and he could not be here. So if he had been here, though, I'm sure he would have been as distinguished as Senator Menendez was, as funny as my colleague Judge Rockoff was, and as articulate as all the other officiants were. But I'm just a rookie, so I'm going to keep it short. But I must say that it is a distinct pleasure, because I am a graduate of Perth Amboy High School, class of 1965. And Millie Scott is a graduate of Perth Amboy High School, class of 1986. And she is a real trailblazer. Now, my boss did tell me that before I swore in Sheriff Scott, I should thank Sheriff Spicuzzo on behalf of not only him, Judge Francis, but all the other judges in Middlesex County. The Sheriff's Department, led by Sheriff Spicuzzo, for many, many years has done a fantastic job in the courthouse protecting the judges, and we very much appreciate that. And we wish you the best. So please repeat after me. I, Mildred Scott.
I, Mildred S. Scott.
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of the office
perform all the duties of the office
of Middlesex County Sheriff
of Middlesex County Sheriff
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God. Thank you, Judge Schifani. Members of the Freeholder Board, County Clerk Gillian Flynn, Surrogate Kevin Hogan, state, local, county officials, department heads, county employees, family and friends, good afternoon. You know, this is my third swearing in, but I must say that I'm so thrilled. But first, I want to congratulate Freeholders Chris Rafano, Pete Delina, Wakita Valenti, and County Clerk Elaine Flynn on your re-elections. And I want to welcome Charlie Tamaro. I know you're a fantastic councilman in Edison, and I know you will be a fantastic freeholder for Middlesex County, and the best of luck to you. I am so honored and so proud to be the sheriff of Middlesex County. And I am definitely living the dream. You know, it's quite some time ago that I was a sheriff's officer. I was sworn in as an officer. I was young. I was energetic. I was enthusiastic and dedicated. But most of all, I was committed to the duties of that position and to the welfare of the county. And now I stand here today, this evening, being sworn in as the sheriff of this great county of Middlesex. And I promise you, as I was then, and I am, and will be just as energetic, just as enthusiastic, and just as dedicated and committed to the duties of the position of sheriff, as to the welfare of the community of this great county. You know, whether it's providing security in the courthouses, transporting of inmates to and from municipal and county courts, effecting arrests on outstanding warrants, or performing other duties of the sheriff, our goal has always been and will continue to be providing quality and effective services that you can depend on. As sheriff, working closely with all the sheriff's officers and investigators and administrative staff, I will seek out and implement the best methods of performing our duties, the best and most efficient use of our resources, the best equipment that readies our officers, all while continuing to bring innovation to the office. And my vision is based on safety while balancing cost, streamlining areas that provide the most opportunity to be streamlined, enhancing the ties between this department, the Sheriff's Department, and other law enforcement agencies, and building on in-service training for all officers and investigators. This is a vision that I will have with the department, and I seek all members of the department to make this a reality. And I'm looking forward to working with the Board of Chosen Freeholders and department heads, working together in these challenging economic times. But you know, standing here as the first woman sheriff in Middlesex County, it means so much to me. Not only to me, but to so many others. And standing here as the first African American in the state of New Jersey means so much to me, but not only to me, but so many others. I believe that I am someone who has opened the door for so many others to follow through. But it's going to take all of us to make sure that we remain inclusive of everybody. Middlesex County is a very diverse community, and me standing here representing a gender, a women, and representing a minority of people, I think, is very inclusive of all of us in Middlesex County. And I am proud to say that I am a Middlesex County resident. I am proud to say that I am the new sheriff in Middlesex County. I am proud to say that I am an African-American woman. And I'm proud to say that I could not have done it without any of you. It took all of us to put me where I am here today. And it is truly an honor and a privilege to be an elected official, and I promise you that I will work hard. I will continue to make sure that you're proud that you elected me as your sheriff in Middlesex County. And I want to thank my husband, Richard, who is not here today. He's doing grandparenting duty. He's got 5 grandchildren to move back and forth to school. I want to thank my mother, who's grounded me so much, who's given me a strong foundation. I want to thank my 3 children who've made me proud to be a parent. And I want to thank my 7 grandchildren, that when I speak to them, they always put a spark in my eye. And I know they will live their dreams, and they will be successful people in their own rights. And I want to say to you, thank you, and Happy New Year.
I have a short note from County Clerk Elaine Flynn. We would like to recognize her son-in-law, Chris Rosansky, and also Councilman Ed Testino of Woodbridge, who is the fiance of Colleen Flynn, who are here today. I will now call the roll for this reorganization meeting. Freeholder Barrett Belante. Present. Freeholder Delina. Here. Freeholder Polos. Here. Freeholder Rafano.
Here.
Freeholder Rios.
Here.
Freeholder Tamaro.
Here.
Freeholder Valenti.
Here.
We will now entertain a motion to nominate the director of this board for the year 2011. I recognize Freeholder Ronald Rios.
Thank you. I'd like to wish everyone a Happy New Year. It has been my distinct pleasure to serve the people of Middlesex County as a freeholder and freeholder deputy director. I am privileged not only to serve the people of this county, but also to serve with a dynamic, dedicated group of colleagues. Chief among them is Christopher Rafano, who has proven himself to be an effective leader, a strong team builder, and an elected official who embraces the challenges and opportunities the position of freeholder director brings. That is why I enthusiastically nominate my friend and colleague, Christopher D. Rafano, to serve as freeholder director. Chris has seen this board through a tough budget year, ensuring that we continue to offer quality services and programs at cost our residents can afford. He was instrumental in our efforts to adopt a budget that carried no increase in the county tax rate and had a key role in helping establish new shared services opportunities that are helping Middlesex County government work smarter and more efficiently. He has a passion for his family, for serving the public, and for working to make Middlesex County the greatest county in the land. And that is why I nominate Christopher D. Rafano for Freeholder Director for 2011 and encourage my Freeholder colleagues to elect him to the position for a second year. Thank you.
The name of Freeholder Christopher Rafano has been placed in nomination for director by Freeholder Rios. I now recognize Freeholder Stephen Delina.
Christopher Fallon and I have been running mates and friends for quite a few years now. I am honored to second his nomination for the Freeholder Director. It is not an easy position to fill, but I know that Chris is up to making the challenge. He did a great job for us in the year 2010, and I expect even more from him this year. Chris and I joke around quite a few times, and often, but in good nature, of his dedication to his family, public service, that makes him a great freeholder that he is, and I'm very happy to second his nomination for Freeholder Director. And I ask my freeholder colleagues to elect him to this position. Let's make it 100%. Thank you. Chris, good luck.
A motion has been made and seconded to nominate Freeholder Christopher Rafano as Director of the Board. Are there any other nominations? I declare the nominations closed. I will now call the roll for the election of Freeholder Christopher Rafano as Director for the year 2011. Freeholder Barrett Belante?
Yes.
Freeholder Delina?
Yes.
Freeholder Polos?
Yes.
Freeholder Rafano?
Yes.
Freeholder Rios?
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro?
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti?
Yes.
Please join me in a round of applause to welcome the Director of this Board of Chosen Freeholders for the year 2011, Freeholder Christopher Rafano of the Borough of South River. Holding the family Bible for Freeholder Director Rafano are his wife Donna and sons Andrew and Brian.
They are.
I will now ask the Honorable Frank Schifani, Judge of the Superior Court, to administer the oath of office to Freeholder Director Rafano.
I, Christopher D. Rafano,
I, Christopher D. Rafano,
do solemnly swear
that
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States and in this state,
and to the governments established in the United States and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
and
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of Director of the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders, according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
So help me God. This Board of Chosen Freeholders and Middlesex County government have been at the forefront of new ideas for years, offering residents effective, efficient services and award-winning programs, all in an effort to raise the quality of life for our citizens. It's that very foundation on which we build our county's future. Before we begin the business of 2011, let's take a look at how we arrived here, a place from where we can foster growth and innovation.
We run the most aggressive engineering department in the state of New Jersey. We have more projects going than I think any other county. Right now we have over 200 projects in different stages of design and construction.
Although we have an obligation to the taxpayers to deliver a budget that is affordable, we also have the same obligation to maintain the quality of life that we have in Middlesex County, and I think we have a great quality of life. We committed to and carried through with a number of open space purchases this past year.
We went out to municipalities and asked municipalities, tell us what you would like to see preserved. And we made those properties part of the open space plan. so that in the future we could develop cooperative arrangements with municipalities so that the land that they wanted to preserve would be preserved.
7,200 acres of open space preserved, 5,000 acres of farmland preserved. I think that's quite a record.
People have to be able to talk to each other. The police need to be able to talk to the fire. Fire needs to be able to talk to first aid. And different towns that converge have to be able to talk to one another. Millions of dollars with your help and guidance have been spent in improving the communication system and to ensure that everybody will work together and can work together.
Another planning process we just recently went through with the support of yourself and the Board of Freeholders was a continuity of operations, continuation of government plan, which is commonly referred to as COOP-COG. And that plan was done not only for county government, but all municipalities in Middlesex County. And Middlesex County was the first county to incorporate a COOP-COG plan for the county government and all of our municipalities.
I've always felt the philosophy of teamwork. The elected officials working with the professionals, such as yourselves, the Board of Trustees in the college. And that's how things become successful, with people working together and for the right reasons.
If you look nationally, the average age of a student at a community college is between 27 and 29. Ours is between 20 and 23. And that's because many of our students are coming out of high schools in Middlesex County, and they know there's a good transfer opportunity for them. They come to our institution for the liberal arts program so that they then can go on to a Rutgers or Kane or an NJIT or Columbia or University of Pennsylvania. So we're sort of, I think Middlesex County College is really in the forefront in that transfer issue and in that graduation of students going on to four-year institutions.
We're working on a collaborative program with the New Jersey Council for County Vocational Schools and also the State Department of Education, where we're actually, it's kind of a shared service situation where we are collaboratively writing a green curriculum that could be used by any vocational school in the state.
Our Board of Chosen Freeholders have long supported programs to help seniors age in place in this county. During the past year alone, 20,948 people contacted the Department of Senior Services seeking help. 2,225 were provided with 300,000 nutritious meals. Another 1,200 obtained in-home care, and more than 2,000 received individual Medicare counseling. Together with our local partners, we have made a real difference in the lives of older adults living in Middlesex County and those who care for them.
Our bond rating is a AAA bond rating, and my understanding is there's only 67 counties out of over 3,000 counties in the country that have that bond rating. You know, I like to think that we're on the cutting edge of shared services. I believe we're the first county in the state to utilize their stimulus money for the roads and guide rails. There were several very large projects that were started here in Middlesex County. For example, in Edison, the town center, right the old Ford motor plant site. And they estimate that will generate about 6,000 jobs. So that's good news for Middlesex. And also down in Plainsboro, Princeton Medical Center, I believe broke ground. And that's another very large project. And in New Brunswick, we have the Gateway Project, which is another very large project. So things are looking up, as far as I'm concerned, here in Middlesex. My distinguished Freeholder colleagues, members of the clergy, judiciary, state, county, and local officials, and friends, it is with great honor that I welcome you to the 2011 reorganization of the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders. Today, we begin building a brighter future on a foundation of success. Our record of achievements once again received the approval of Middlesex County voters. We have made history with the election of Middlesex County's first female sheriff, my former colleague, Millie Scott. With Millie's departure, we welcome former Edison Township Council President Charles Tamaro to the board. Charlie, congratulations. I look forward to working with you in serving the people of Middlesex County. You cannot talk about service to Middlesex County without mentioning our former sheriff, the longest-serving sheriff this county has ever had, Joe Spicuzzo. Let's hear it for Joe. Joe, the people of Middlesex County owe you a debt of gratitude for the many years of protecting their safety and well-being. The programs you began in the Sheriff's Department have advanced the safety of our residents, and for that, you are to be commended. I extend my sincere thanks to my Freeholder colleagues for the confidence they have placed in me once again to lead our county government into a new year. I pledge to you that this Middlesex County government will embrace the challenges and opportunities of 2011. I firmly believe that no county in the state is better positioned to come out of the national financial crisis better than Middlesex County. The county economy showed signs of growth in 2010. We ranked #1 in New Jersey with a total of nearly $883 million in newly authorized construction. Projects such as the New Brunswick Gateway, Princeton Medical Center, and Edison Town Square are taking shape. This will ensure new jobs will be created in 2011 and beyond. The county will be investing in our communities by allocating more than $65 million in low-interest federal loans to redevelopment projects, such as the Wellness Center project in New Brunswick. This project alone will create 350 construction jobs and about 370 permanent jobs. The Transit Village project will bring downtown New Brunswick a full-service, 50,000 square foot supermarket and state-of-the-art hospital-based fitness and wellness center. Serving as a transit hub, it will connect commuters and students with New Jersey Transit and Rutgers University transportation options. Middlesex County has been aggressive in pursuing these federal low-interest loans to stimulate growth and to bring jobs to the county. We pursued the federal loan dollars in the same way we sought $13 million in federal stimulus grant funds for infrastructure and $2.5 million in stimulus funds to retrain displaced workers. Through these efforts, Middlesex County is laying the foundation for sustained economic growth and a reduced unemployment rate. With all this said, the county is in the second phase of an economic development study that will be completed this year and stimulate long-term stability and growth in Middlesex County. Middlesex County has always been on the leading edge of offering quality programs and services at costs our taxpayers can afford. 2011 will be no different. However, we must fundamentally change the way we do business. This can only be achieved by changing the management structure that oversees the daily operation of the county government. This means starting at the top. Ultimately, this will drive operational efficiencies to all levels of our organization. We will reduce our costs by at least $2 million in 2011. Based on an analysis done over the past 6 months, I am directing the county administrator to begin immediately the implementation of this initiative. We must lead by example. We must set the bar. We must lay the foundation for future generations. With this as our goal, our 2011 initiatives will unfold. We will start by enhancing the safety and well-being of our residents. I am proud to say that we are prepared, but must continue to be steadfast in our commitment to the safety of our residents. Under the leadership of Deputy Director Ron Rios, we will ensure more effective and efficient emergency communications by encouraging our municipal partners to join our state-of-the-art 800 megahertz radio system. The county's emergency radio system will not only improve radio communication in each individual town, it will save municipalities millions of taxpayer dollars as they prepare to comply with pending FCC mandates. By joining our system in this shared services opportunity, municipalities will avoid the costly overhaul of their existing systems. I urge our municipalities to partner with us on this extremely important initiative. We will be working aggressively to establish a shared services agreement with Mercer County for youth services, as we've done with Somerset and Monmouth counties that have generated millions of dollars in revenue for Middlesex County. In 2011, we will continue our dialogue to establish a shared services arrangement with the Federal Marshal's Service to house federal inmates in our Adult Correction Center. This agreement should generate over $4 million in new revenue for Middlesex County. The Middlesex County Fire Marshal's Office will start Uniform Fire Safety Code inspections for a growing number of municipalities in 2011. beginning with the boroughs of Dunellen and Middlesex. This is another shared services program that will provide critical savings to our municipalities. Under the leadership of Freeholder Valente, we will continue to work with municipalities and nonprofit organizations to end homelessness in Middlesex County. We made significant strides towards that goal in 2010 by establishing the Homelessness Trust Fund, a permanent funding source dedicated to combating homelessness. And in working with our partners, we helped create homes in Highland Park and Carteret for our veterans. In the area of education, Freeholder Barrett Belante will work closely with our county college as we implement our county education stimulus program, establishing a private-public partnership to offer at least 100 adults who have been out of work for 6 months or more a full scholarship to Middlesex County College so they may gain the education and skills to retool for the job market. In 2011, we will welcome our 22nd municipal member, Middlesex Borough, into our public health services program, saving money for borough taxpayers. Also, in the area of health care, our work is moving forward on an initiative to help our aging population stay healthy and active using a coordinated continuum of care. Doctors' offices, various treatment centers, adult daycare, and outpatient rehabilitation will join the quality long-term care offered in Middlesex County. This initiative will be enhanced further when we open later this year a new LEED-certified 180-bed long-term care facility in Woodbridge. We will dedicate this new facility in honor of our longtime friend, David B. Crabule. The health and well-being of our employees is paramount. That is why we are working on plans with Robert Wood Johnson Medical School, Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital, and other healthcare facilities to start a pilot project to keep our employees healthier and, as a result, drive down our healthcare costs. This program will be modeled after a program used by the Boeing Corporation that resulted in a 10 to 20% savings in their healthcare costs in less than 5 years. This demonstrates Middlesex County's willingness to look to the private sector for innovative programs that will ultimately save taxpayer money. In the area of transportation, under the leadership of Freeholder H. James Paulus, we will be debuting a 7th Middlesex County Area Transit Community Shuttle, which will offer reliable, safe, and affordable transportation to residents of South Amboy and Saraville. With Freeholder Stephen J. Pitalina leading the way, we are excited that work will finally begin on the rehabilitation of Medwick Park in Carteret. I am confident that once complete, this 83-acre jewel will be reclaimed for use by our residents and especially the youth of our community, who will no doubt enjoy the playing fields, playground, and walking paths that will be built there. And I promise you, we will continue to pursue our goal of preserving 10,000 acres of open space by 2012. As we continue to reduce our energy costs, I am pleased to announce that Middlesex County College has just received several proposals to construct a 5.2 megawatt solar project on campus. We anticipate the price for power could be as low as 2 cents per kilowatt hour, an outstanding savings for the college, which currently pays 13.5 cents per kilowatt hour. This price is one of the lowest prices bid for solar power in the state. It is expected that Middlesex County College will save more than $10 million in energy costs during the 15-year program. We want to recognize the successful efforts of our County College Board of Trustees, administrators, and professionals to lower the college's energy costs. In line with this effort, the Freeholder Board will be accelerating the next phase of this program that will include other county facilities. In pursuit of utilizing the most recent technological advances in serving our residents, we will be accelerating the implementation of Geographic Information Systems, GIS, technology throughout county operations. It will touch and improve every aspect of county government, from planning and engineering, emergency services, law enforcement, parks and recreation, public safety, health, and housing. This collaborative strategy across all departments and agencies will result in our ability to deliver services at new levels of effectiveness and efficiency. We will work closely with the state of New Jersey in 2011 to push e-signatures by enabling the use of electronic signatures to formalize resolutions and other government documents. We streamline the approval process, cut down on reams and reams of paper, and decrease the need for a facility to house years of paper records. Middlesex County has always set a course for responsive, efficient government that embraces technological advances to reduce costs and provide quality services. You have seen the fruits of these labors over the years. We've incorporated state-of-the-art techniques in park design and material to reduce maintenance costs and extend the life of our facilities. We are going from relying solely on power plants to using solar and other alternative energy sources to reduce our costs and decrease our carbon footprint. We've taken advantage of new technologies, leaving behind clipboards and manual chart keeping and moving to electronic devices to enhance patient care at Roosevelt Care Center. We are now looking to replace the rolls of blueprints, outdated maps, and stacks of paper reports with GIS technology that can bring dynamic, up-to-the-minute information to our employees at the click of a mouse so they can better plan and coordinate services. And we will work to reduce paper and the need to store years of government paperwork in a warehouse by embracing more computer-based applications like our new Legistar meeting system. This will help us make government less cumbersome and more transparent to the people we are elected to serve. Our challenges are many, our opportunities are great, and our resolve is strong. As Vince Lombardi said, we are going to relentlessly chase perfection, knowing full well we will not catch it because nothing is perfect. But in the process, we will catch excellence. We cannot and will not stop our pursuit of excellence when it comes to serving our community. Our pursuit must be relentless. It is what our residents deserve, and it is how we ensure that Middlesex County remains the greatest county in the land. Thank you very much. I recognize Freeholder Polos for a motion to spread the director's message upon the minutes of this meeting.
So moved.
I recognize Freeholder Tamaro to second the motion.
Second the motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. We will now entertain a motion to nominate the deputy director of this board for the year 2011. I recognize Freeholder Barrett Belante.
I know that's tough.
I know.
And I thought you'd be getting better by Good afternoon, everyone. I'll just clarify, no, I did not get married. I did take back my maiden name, which is Belante. So I see a lot of, oh, okay. In all seriousness, when Freeholder Rios asked me to nominate him for a second term as deputy director, I agreed to do it immediately. I did so because Ron is a hard worker who truly cares for the people of Middlesex County. He is energetic, a forward-thinking leader. In his tenure as a freeholder, he has helped to enhance and even increase the educational opportunities for our students at the vocational technical schools and at Middlesex County College. He has helped to make our public health department effective and responsive to the needs of our residents. More importantly, Ron Rios sets the bar high for himself and for the rest of us on the Board of Chosen Freeholders.
And the Middlesex County residents are the winners because of his hard work and dedication. I am thrilled to nominate Ron Rios for the position of Freeholder Deputy Director. And because in 2010 you still have the best tie collection. But, there's a but not the best tie. I still believe that my one and only tie is the best. What do you think? Not bad. Ron, I enthusiastically nominate you for Deputy Director and look forward to continue our work together.
I recognize Freeholder Blanquita Valente.
Thank you, Freeholder Director, for recognizing me to second the nomination of Ron. I just want to say a little bit more that the only problem with Ron is that he thought when he came on this board of freeholders that he was the first Hispanic to be freeholder. But I beat him there. My husband was half Italian, half Irish. Therefore, nobody would recognize Valente Queenan as being Hispanic. But I have always identified myself as Blanquita Bird Lopez Lizardi, if I were in Puerto Rico, since all my grandparents were born and raised in Spain. And my parents were born and raised in the beautiful island of Puerto Rico, United States. So, Ron, I'm honored to second the nomination, as long as you know that you're not the first Hispanic to sit on this board. And you have been an outstanding leader who has had and will continue to have a vision and have demonstrated great leadership, not only in Carteret, but in our county. So you stand nominated.
A motion has been made and seconded to nominate Freeholder Ron Rios as Deputy Director of this board. Are there any other nominations? I declare nominations closed. The clerk will now call the roll for the election of Freeholder Ron Rios as Deputy Director for the year 2011.
Freeholder Barrett Galante.
Yes.
Freeholder Delina.
Yes.
Freeholder Polos.
Yes.
Freeholder Rios.
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro.
Yes.
Freeholder Valente.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes. The Honorable Alan Kamba, Judge of the Municipal Court in Carteret, will administer the oath of office to Deputy Director Rios. Freeholder Rios' wife, Mickey, will hold the Bible.
That was it. I got my copy. That's what you check.
I, Ronald G. Rios,
do solemnly swear
that
I will support the Constitution
of
the United States
the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States and in this state,
and to the governments established in the United States and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of
the office of Deputy Director of the Middlesex County Board of Chosen Freeholders, according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
Judge.
I'd just like to say thank you to my Freeholder colleagues for giving me this honor to serve as Deputy Director. Thank you.
We will now have discussion by any freeholder on any item listed on the agenda. Hearing none, I will open to the floor for public discussion on any item listed on the agenda. Hearing none, I call upon Deputy Director Rios for a motion to close public discussion.
So moved.
I recognize Freeholder Dolina to second the motion.
Motion, I'm sorry. Second. I'll make the motion. I'll second it.
Okay, thank you. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Does any freeholder wish to remove any resolution from the consent agenda and vote on them separately? Hearing none, Mr. Kelso, would you please read the motion?
Yes, Freeholder Director, a motion would be in order to adopt a consent agenda consisting of resolution numbers 11-01 through 11-45.
Roll call.
Freeholder Barrett-Galante.
Yes.
Freeholder Dolina.
Yes.
Freeholder Polos.
Yes.
Freeholder Rios.
Yes.
Freeholder Tamaro.
Yes.
Freeholder Valenti.
Yes.
Freeholder Director Rafano.
Yes. At this point in time, I'd ask Margaret Pemberton, Clerk of the Board, to read the list of committees appointed by the Director. I'm going to go to the
Committee of Administration and Finance, Christopher Rafano, Freeholder Chairperson, Ronald Rios, Member. Committee of Engineering and Planning, Charles Tamaro, Freeholder Chairperson, Christopher Rafano, Member. Committee of Human Services and Senior Services, Blanquita Valenti, Freeholder Chairperson, Carol Barrett-Belante, Member. Committee of Law and Public Safety, Ronald Rios, Freeholder Chairperson, H. James Polos, Member. Committee of Parks and Recreation, Stephen Dolina, Freeholder Chairperson, Charles Tamaro, Member. Committee of Public Health and Education, Carol Barrett-Belante, Freeholder Chairperson, Blanquita Valenti, Member. Committee of Public Works and Transportation, H. James Polos, Freeholder Chairperson, Stephen Dolina, Member.
At this point in time, I'm going to try to make some introductions. Please, if I miss you, let me know. First of all, starting out with the Assembly, I'm sorry, the Senate, Senator Bob Smith. Senator Barbara Buono. Assemblyman Yupendra Shivakula. Assemblyman Joe Egan. Assemblyman Patrick Dignan. Peter Barnes, Assemblyman. Assemblyman John Wisniewski. Okay, now, our surrogate, Kevin Hoagland. Retired Sheriff Joe Spicuzzo. Former freeholders, Jane Brady, Dorothy Power, John Polomina, and then This feels weird to say, Millie Scott, former freeholder. Former county clerk, Randy Travisano. Okay, I know that there are a number of mayors that are here. Mayor of East Brunswick, Dave Stahl. Mayor of Edison, Tony Resigliano. Mayor of Metuchen, Tom Valhalla. Mayor of Monroe, Rich Pucci. Mayor of New Brunswick, Jim Cahill. Mayor of South Brunswick, Frank Gambatese. Woodbridge Mayor, John McCormick. I know former Mayor Jack O'Leary's here, and also former Mayor Charlie Batrika from South Plainfield. I'm sure there are a number of council people here, so I'd ask the council people, former mayors and former council people, please to stand up for a bow. I forgot two former freeholders. Vinnie Martino. And Camille Fernicola. How can I forget Camille? I know there's some chairs and vice chairs that were here. Please rise. Please stand. Our county chair, Helen Gottlieb, is here. Helen. AFSCME Local 73 President David Griffin. Tommy Ty, who's president of Middlesex County AFL-CIO. Tom. We have a number of county department heads. If you please stand. County department heads. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. Oh, yes, how could I? President of the County College, Dr. Joanne LaPerla Morales. Whoops, sorry. And also the Superintendent of Vocational Technical High Schools, Brian Laughlin. Middlesex County Prosecutor Bruce Kaplan. And I want to introduce Chief Bouthillette from my hometown of South River. He's the Vice President of the Middlesex County Chiefs of Police Association. John. Did I get everybody? At this point in time, I'd like to call upon Sheriff Joe Spacuzza to come up. There you go, Joe.
You know, it's no mistake that we have a great organization, and it comes to be by having great committee men and committee women. If those of you are committee men and committee women, please give them all a great hand. Thank you all. I'd like to invite you to have and partake for a little refreshment in the cafetorium. It's my pleasure to invite you all to have some refreshments, and I want to thank you all for coming. I've been the sheriff for 30 years, the county chairman for 17 with my partner, Helen Gottlieb, but it's easy to be the Democratic chairman when we have fine candidates like these people who are here being honored today. I thank you very much.
I did miss one person. Mr. Barnes, former Assemblyman, Mr. Barnes. Mr. Peter Barnes is here, I know that. At this point in time, I'd like to welcome the Woodbridge High School Jazz Choir, who will perform God Bless America. Excellent. Now, before I call upon the Deputy Director for the purpose of a motion to adjourn, I have to call upon Monsignor Joe Curry of Immaculate Conception Church in Spotswood to give the benediction.
Good afternoon, everyone. There is a great story in the Bible at the end of the Gospel of Luke that talks about the wonderful things that can happen when people go on a journey together. Their lives can change, life can change, and hope can be given. So we give thanks to God for the journey and the people who have led us on that journey in Middlesex County in the past. We ask His blessing on those who lead us in this journey in the future. And we ask that He give hope to all of our lives as we journey together to work for the good of all. And we ask this prayer always in God's name. Amen.
I'm going to announce as we leave today, we're going to be hearing again from the Colonel D.B. Kelly Pipes and Drums and the Middlesex County Police and Fire Pipes and Drums, who will play as we depart this afternoon. I recognize Deputy Director Ron Rios for the purpose of offering a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
I recognize Freeholder Delina for the purpose of seconding that motion.
I second the motion.
Non-debatable. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.